Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Have some patience while I get set up here. Hello, hello, hello. All right, it is Wednesday morning, November 2nd. This is Meri at the.meri.atelier, and welcome to my desk. Welcome to my desk. I thought I would work on inktober and carving. I'm not happy with my pawn, but I'll probably do it again. But I'm ready to do some more Inktober's. I got to day 7 and then I had an eye doctor appointment and I kind of stopped there. So I thought I would do checkers and dice this morning, and I might carve if I have time. Let me get out here to my live stream. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Dixie Doodles. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Arlene is here. Early birds, all the early birds. Let me set the quality so I'm not looking at a fuzzy picture on my tablet that I'm following along, looking at chat. There we go. I hope everything is well with you all. I learned something this morning. Early this morning, Randy Rabbit was on. And I woke up, I couldn't get back to sleep, so I got up and I thought, well, I'm going to go in and sit at my desk and do some Inktober. And Randy was on, so I was just going to listen to her, but she was on StreamYard and she said, why don't you come on? And I'm going, well, I don't think I can come on my mobile. And she said, sure you can. So I tried it. So I was able to get on to mobile. I was very happy about that. So you might see me try that a little bit more. Let's see. I think I'm going to do the checkers here next. We've done the pawn, the bishop, the knight, the rook, the queen, the king, and a Monopoly lantern piece. So I think I am going to do a set of checkers here. And I'm thinking, because I want to carve on my eraser, I think I'll do these in landscape mode. So this will not just be a portrait mode. I want to get all my Inktober done. Good morning, ladies. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome, welcome. And Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. Welcome. Good to see you this morning. I worked in the yard again yesterday. I raked leaves. It just seems like the leaves. We still have one tree that, well, actually two, but one closest to the garden. It's always one of the last ones to drop its leaves, and then a maple tree out by the terrace. I had 16 piles of leaves before Halloween, and I just left them up because it was cold out. And yesterday I got out there and put a tarp in the back of the pickup and piled all those leaves. Well, not all of them, half of the piles into the pickup, and then backed the pickup up. I was out there all afternoon, dumped them all on the garden, and then I ran the lawnmower over the garden to mulch them. So my brother thinks that we're going to have to take the rest of them to the junkyard, and we might have to do that today. With them mulched down, I'm thinking I might be able to get another layer on there, but... Hi, Nashwa. Good morning, Nashwa. Good morning, good morning. But I was tired, but we get 2 more nice days before it gets really cold here. So I'm going to pick up the rest of the leaves today, and we'll probably have to take them out to the junkyard. They have a leaf, an area where you can dump off garden leaves, tree leaves. And then tomorrow I have to get out and clean off the front porch yet. It's hard work, but it's satisfying and fun. Yes, it is, Dixie. It is. I drove around the block with my brother's pickup, and I was looking at the yards, and I'm going, nobody rakes leaves in this town. They all let them, mulch down. And I would be happy to let them mulch down, but I want them to mulch down in the garden. The next 2 weeks, Stephanie says, we are going to have some warm weather. Saturday is supposed to be somewhere in the high 70s. You're getting our warm weather. Are you east, in the eastern part of the States? Did Janet come in? Arlene says, hi, Janet. I don't see Janet. There's Janet. Hi, Janet. Good morning, Janet. Janet Nash. I'm missing her on Monday mornings. But after I get the yard in shape, I think I'll be doing more indoor stuff. So maybe I'll get back to watching video streams again. Oh, that coffee's good this morning. So welcome. I'm going to bop over here to my checkers and draw them. There would be fairly simple drawing, fairly simple to carve, I hope. Although there'll be curves, and I'm not so great with carving curves. Let's see, I want it to go slant like that. And up at an angle, kind of. And then around and around. And I'm thinking checkers will be pretty easy to carve, fairly easy. I'm trying to finish Inktober and carve November at the same time. Well, I did not get my, that's awfully thick. No, that's not going to work for me. That's a big old checker. It's going to have to, come more like that. And I'm a sketcher. I have to find my way on the paper, and then sometimes I don't. Hi, Kimberly. Good morning, Kimberly. Do you have all your flowers put to bed, Kimberly? Taken care of? Kimberly, are your folks home? I was thinking about your folks the other day, your beach bum folks. I'm really curious to know how Kathy Whitney's husband is. I sent her a message, but she was probably in bed last night. They were in the ER yesterday morning, and he had some heart attack symptoms. So I'm keeping him in my hearts and prayers. So think about Kimberly. Not Kimberly. I was reading Kimberly. Kathy Whitney. Send her some good wishes. Janet Nash says, Kimberly, early bird, hi. It's good to see all of you. Thanks for popping in the morning. Let me go back to my checker piece here, image. And let's see. Now, on the photo that I'm looking at, one is black and one is red. But I think I'm going to make mine both black. And I'm going to carve a stamp. Now, this comes around. This is dark in here. And then I'm going to put the little ridges, I think, on these. These particular ones I'm looking at on a reference photo do not have the reference photo do not have these little ridges, but I think I'm going to put the ridges on mine. And they don't have to be perfect. It'd be nice if they were, but I see on Facebook where Ann Lar finished her Inktober. She was doing Zentangles, I think. She did a nice job of it. And then I'm going to put a crown. In here. Maybe just 3. Yeah. And how I'm going to carve that is another story. Maybe I'll carve out the crown and leave the black. Well, actually, I'm going to get out my ink here. And I just want to be, I don't want these to get too involved. Let's see. Maybe I'll make this a little thinner in there. Okay, let's put a crown over here. So, what do y'all got going on today? Anything special going on today? Today is Wednesday. I might have said it was Tuesday. I get my tongue tied up. All right. Now I want, maybe I'll black this in a little in here and put some lines. I'm drawing with a Sharpie this morning. And you know, I should put some squares. Let's look at some squares. Maybe put a white square and a black square. So this is black, and this would be black, and then I'll do a little bit of a white one here, and a little bit of a black one coming out over there. And maybe, let's see, this is black, so this would be black. And just a little bit of black in there. Okay. So I've been using this Higgins ink on here. And I want something non-porous. Let's see what I have here. This will do. Let's go look at chat, see what's going on in chat. I closed my YouTube. They're saying hello to Kimberly. Arlene says, at a few minutes after 6, I will have to go, but I'll try to come back. That's perfectly okay, Arlene. Is that 6 Eastern time or 6 Central time? I'm only going till 7:30 Central. Arlene says, Rhonda, did you find my Instagram? If not, I will send a link. And Rhonda says, Arlene, I'm going to look now. Sorry, I forgot. As you know, I was outside when we were talking, and the thought to go find you went out of my brain when we hung up. Aw. Those thoughts frequently go out of my brain, let me tell you. All right, I want black checkers. I'm just going to make them black and maybe a little bit gray. And I draw with these paint brushes, but this one's, I want a little one again. I use all my little ones for God knows what. And then I don't put them back. And then I have to find them again. So I need my little brushes. Let me look over here. Ah, you should see over here. It's a mess. Where are my brushes? Where? Well, you know, I have some of those little watercolor brushes. Let's get those out. And that is down here. At the very bottom of the stack, right? Stamps. Wash. What's this? Wax paper. Here they are. I'm always buying these when I go to Hobby Lobby. When they have them on sale. Master Touch and Fine whatever. Fine Touch. Eastern time. So that'll be about 7 o'clock my time, Arlene. That'll be fine because I'll be ready to bop off anyway. And while I was talking to Randy this morning, I cleaned my top drawer or organized it a little. It isn't going to stay organized, but okie dokie. Let's just get these out. And maybe I can save these for Inktober, for the rest of my Inktober. Oops. Well, I'm not going to use that big one. So I want to do the, let's use this. Rhonda says, I found you, Arlene. I love them. You're an awesome crafter. Were you looking at her dolls? She makes all these dolls. pieces. I don't know, did I shake that up? Oh, let's give this a shake. I feel like all the pigment went to the bottom. I'm just about empty with this jar of ink. Let's just see if I have another one. I'm sure I do. Put that in there. Meri's doing Inktober and Carve November. I'm going to try to get these pieces. I don't feel like I'm getting the pigment on this, the dark pigment. Oh, well. There's some. I have to dip my brush way in there. Arlene says, I learned a new thing yesterday. It's called daily pages. Supposed to get a little journal, and for 5 months at the end of the day, journal your day in whatever style that you're drawn to. Oh, that's interesting. 5 minutes at the end of the day. Journal your day. Are you doing that then, Arlene? Are you writing or are you drawing? Or art journaling? I'm going to have to get some more black ink. I think I have some. I have to get it out, but I'm not going to do that this morning. We're doing checker pieces this morning. Maybe I was going to do the dice too, but I think I'll draw these and then carve them, and that will probably be about all I'll get done. Arlene says it's nice because it leaves all the trends, how-to projects, etc. behind and utilizes your personal style. I love my 5 minutes last night. Ooh, did you put it on Instagram? My journals would say ugh, Rhonda says. Janet says, interesting, Arlene. Do I remember Meri doing something similar at the beginning streams way back? I did scribble journals. I like my little scribble journals. I might have done something like that. Who knows? But I like that concept. All right. Now I'm going to take a little water and put in here. And I think my squeeze bottle is on the floor. Let's see if I have a bottle of water here someplace. Hold on. Where did that run off to? Yeah, hold on. hold the phone while I... Oh, things are never here when you want them. Let's get one of these. Squeeze bottles to put that water in. Hold the phone. Not squeeze bottle, spray bottle. I think I'm going to order some more of these. Get this out of the way so I don't mess it up. Arlene says, since it's designed to be totally private and unseen, last night I sketched and wrote. Oh, so it's, shoot. It's private, so you probably won't put it on Instagram. Hee hee. Oh, well, mine probably wouldn't be private. I do have some private stuff, though. I tend to keep some of my journals, my written diary type stuff private. There's stuff I don't post, but most of my art I post. Let me wipe this up. These are the white back of those napkins that Becky sent me. Alrighty. Hold on. I don't want to put my pages on a wet desk. Needs to be cleaned. Okay. Let's spritz a little water in here. So I want to make a tonal value. And I want it to be gray. That was more than a little water, but... And let's see what I have. Yeah, that'll work. I'll make the sides here a lighter gray. I call this drawing with a brush. It doesn't say you can't use brushes for Inktober. There's nowhere that says that. Now, let's see, I think I'll do the same thing in here. Yeah, my next 2 days, I think, are going to be spent after my streams. Well, I'll probably have to take a nap after this stream because I woke up, what, about 2:30 in the morning? Well, actually, it was more like 12. And I couldn't get back to sleep. I read a little, was on surfing on the internet. Let's see, I want to... Oh. And then I found Randy. So I went into Randy Rabbit. I went into her stream for a while. And so I'm going to be tired after I get done here. So I'll probably take a nap. My brother turns on the TV at 10 o'clock. And that usually wakes me up. And I'll have something to eat and then I'll go work out in the yard. That's how my day's gonna go. Now, when I carve this, I've got to think about carving. because when you carve, you're not going to have the tonal values. You're going to have blacks and whites. That'll be easy in there. If I leave this white, I'm going to have to put I'll leave my crown. Hold on, I got to even this out. I'll probably have to leave I could leave that white and make little white lines in here where these are black, and where it's gray, make it black. That's probably, I'm trying to think how I'm going to handle it for a carving. I'm kind of happy with that. It's darker in there. And let's do this one over here. These don't have to be perfect in my world. In my world, there's nothing perfect. Not even raking the yard. I see all the, of course, you know, the leaves, the wind continues to blow, and it's supposed to be really windy today. And this thing's getting away from me. It's supposed to be windy today, but what I'm doing today, I'm done raking. I need to load the piles up into the pickup today, and this is Wednesday, so we'll probably take them out to the junkyard. And my brother uses his pickup to go get the mail, so I probably won't be doing that till after 11 o'clock. So, that's how my day's going to go. But I did most of the work yesterday. There's still leaves falling from the trees. And I'm only going to do, I mean, you can rake an area and the wind will blow and it doesn't even look like you've raked. Yeah, it kind of gets discouraging. And going, quit blowing all my pretty lawn. You're getting it all messed up with your dry leaves. And the wind just blows again. Just it irritate me. But like I said, I drove around the block with my brother's pickup, and I'm going, gosh, my lawn's the cleanest one in the whole block. Now, let's do a little more gray work here on the crowns in here. Oops, that's too dark. Let's put some more water in here. Well, I set my brush down. I don't know which one I was using. I think it was this one. Feels wet. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm going to leave the top of those white. And then, let's see. I drew that with a Sharpie. I want to come in with something darker. this. Whoops, hold on. Something fell here. Brush. I think I'm happy with my checkers. Doesn't have to be perfect in my world. All right. So, let's see. I think I'm going to write checkers. I was using this pen, I think. I should get out a piece of scratch paper to, hold on, test things out on. So let's write checkers here. Whoops. Oh, I'm doing a horrible job of writing. Yeah. Well, there we go. I'm not going to worry about it. Checkers. And this is hashtag Inktober Day 7. And that goes right there. So, Day 8. Hashtag Inktober 2022. And that would be day, I want to make sure I have it right. That's day 4, day 5, 6, 7, and this would be 8. And I don't, have I been dating these? Yeah, I have. I guess I'll date it and sign it. And it happens to be 11:02. 10 years from now, I'm going, she did her Inktober in November. All right, that's okay with me. I'm pretty good with that. I might change it, though, when I carve it and make this black and these white and those black. Because I'm not sure. Or I might gray that. No, I can't gray it out. Might just leave it white. It's a checkerboard. So, I think I'll go ahead and save this. I think I can reconstitute this after it dries, as long as it's on a non-porous surface. We're going to test that out. Maybe tomorrow morning. So what I want to do is carve. Now I want to draw my checkers in my journal. Yep, this is how things go over the cliff. And I'm going to draw them landscape. Penelope, I'm going to move you. You've already gone over the cliff once this week. Poor Penelope. She says, there's no place for me in your world, Meri. You're always moving me around. All right. So I'm going to draw them in landscape mode. And I guess I'll get my sketch back out again. And we're going to just kind of lightly sketch them here so that I can carve them out. So, and I'm going to do them in landscape. And one comes this way, like so. And the other one comes, actually this should be resting on top of it, like that. Like that. And this one comes at an angle and an angle. Now I don't know if I'm going to get that crown in here. That's pretty small. I could make it with no little circles. Make it like that. And then maybe I'll make that white piece small so it's not so glary. And these black. And like that. So this would be black. This would be black. And I'd have a start of another black there if I get it. Now, to carve, I'm going to have black with little white lines, like that. I'm not sure. We shall see. I guess I like that. And then for the top here, I'm going to leave that white, but I'll need a line in there. And then this is going to be dark. A little crown in there. Something like that. We'll see how it looks on my stamp. So I'm going to do the same thing in here. Can you guys see? You can kind of see. I should zoom in at this point because I'm going to be carving. Zoop, zoop. And bring it down a little. Yeah. And then I'll have, I'm not sure about this in here. I might have to leave a little white line in there. Let's get my white pen out. Leave a white line. Yeah, I need a black paper to test with. I can't see if it's going here. Yeah, hold on. I need a piece of black paper for a test. Where's my black scraps? This might work. It's not inking. That's one of these pilot pens too. Well, fiddlesticks. Do it in gold. Doesn't show up very well. Yeah. Let's try this one. Nothing's working for me this morning. All right, then, we'll just leave it. I'm not going to spend all morning trying to get a white ink pen to go. And that comes around that way. And then we'll color this in. A little crown. That might be. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with that if I can get it shaped. Except I might, well, yeah, I might have to leave a white line in there. All right, let's see what I can do on my eraser. Let me come out and look at chat. Meri's in her world today. Hi, Becky. Good morning, Becky. Are you up and getting Scott off to work? She says, I'm still upset. Oh, no. Wait a minute. What's going on? Well, let's see what's going on with Becky. Arlene says, gotta go. I'll hope I can get back. Okay, Arlene. Let's see. Here's where Becky comes in. Let's see. Dixie says, I noticed I was journaling as if somebody else was going to read it, totally defeating the point. So I decided to paint over the pages after I work. It's my favorite completed journal. Yeah, I usually, when I'm doing stuff online here, I just assume that I'm talking to the world. But if I'm doing something private, I usually have it in a different journal. But I understand, but even when I'm writing my private thoughts, I think about people reading it who I don't even know 100 years from now. And, you know, I have to say that does alter what you put down on paper. You know, you either want them to know you, the real you, or you're hoping that journal gets destroyed or something after you die, or you may not even care. I'm not sure about this. I guess I kind of like them. Let's see. Angie, did you take your sewing with you? Let's see. Angie, there's Angie. Good morning if you're out there, Angie. I'm scrolling back in chat. I want to see what Becky's upset about. Arlene said, things are strange. We had an earthquake last week. Definitely not normal in Tennessee. Oh, there's Mina. Hi, Mina, out there. Good morning, Mina. Oh, you guys, I'm way behind you. let's see. They're talking about journaling personal thoughts. Let's see. Mina came in. Rhonda's here. Angie came in. Good morning, Angie. Angie says, not even me. I'm not perfect. Me neither, Angie. Wow. Talking about an earthquake. Rhonda said, I remember when we had one, I was sitting at a stool at work talking to a coworker and I started moving away from her. Good coffee this morning. Janet said, we call checker games drafts, drafts. That's interesting. Dixie says, I noticed I was journaling as somebody was going to read it, totally defeating the point. Oh, I read that one. Becky says, good morning, all. There's where Becky comes in. Are you getting Scott ready? Angie says, Janet, sometimes I take my yo-yos, but I'm not going to take nothing today. Scott is left already for work. He has to be at work at 7 a.m. It's 6:22 here, so it's 7:22. So Scott's at work right now. Becky, you're sitting down for a breather? I want to see what Becky's upset about. And Beck, are you going back to bed? Angie, I'm going to learn a new granny square today. Oh, Crochet Crowd has a new Afghan out called something hot chocolate, cold weather hot chocolate or something like that. I'm going to do that because it looks complicated, but it's real. I was watching him do that. He's going to do a piece a week, and he did the center square yesterday. He started it yesterday. And he says you can just use whatever yarn you happen to have around. And I think I have enough because I bought that yarn in that trunk. And I think I'm going to do it. I'll have to go upstairs and get that yarn today. Becky said, besides, I have a technician out to fix this washing machine. Oh, the washing machine thing. Becky says, but I don't know, as another box arrived yesterday with another part, starting to feel like they're going to rebuild the whole thing. She says, I'm very upset about the whole thing. I'll bet you are. Carol says, oh, there's Carol. Good morning. Carol, are you still out there? If you're still out there, listen up. This morning I couldn't sleep, so I came in here and was kind of cleaning up and working on getting my Inktober pages together. And I was listening to Randy, and I said hello, and she invited me into her stream. And I said, well, I don't think I can do it on mobile. And she says, sure you can. So I was able to get into, let me go down to the bottom of chat. I was able to get into StreamYard on my mobile phone, and it worked just fine. Now, I tried that before with Dee Dee, but I had a different phone, and I guess it really echoed bad on Dee Dee. She didn't even keep the stream. And so I might be able to come and visit you on a Saturday morning if I can come in on my phone. Becky said, I'm working on a Tunisian baby sweater. Ooh, cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to throw all my Tunisian pieces in that box and just label them. I might put them on a ring. I think Kathy Whitney said something about putting hers on a ring. And I like that idea. I'll still keep them in the box. I want to keep them separate from my other squares. But I'm going to go in and label them all. I want to write. I'm going to tear up that sheet, or I have that sheet torn up, and I'm going to write on each one. And I'm going to stitch it on, just loop it on with my label with yarn. Yeah, Carol, I'd like to join you, but I I didn't think I could go in on my mobile, but I tested it out today with Randy and it worked just fine. Stephanie says, have a good day, everyone. I have to go. Get ready to get the little man off to school. I hope he has a good day, Stephanie, and you too. You have a good day too with that little man getting him ready for school. I messaged her last night, Becky. I haven't heard back, but I messaged her about it was late last night, and it was probably about 10:30 her time. I haven't heard back from her. So I don't know how things are going. I told her she was in my thoughts, and, so I haven't heard back from, she's been in my thoughts and prayers. I hope everything's going well for Kathy. I hope he's home, and that's scary when that happens. That happened to my dad when the year that he passed away. We took him into the hospital. He was feeling chest pains, and we took him in. I was home with my parents then, and we took him to the hospital, and she did a physical on him, and he thought it was his lungs, but it was his heart. And she gave him nitroglycerin pills, and he took them, and he was okay for a while, but he passed away. He passed away about a month or so later. It was just his time. He led a good life. I miss the guy. Hi, Jacqueline. Good morning, Jacqueline. Yeah, Becky said she's been worried about Kathy. I have too. Kathy's a good soul. She's a good soul. And, it's hard. It was hard on Teresa. And it's, you guys are the support to your hubbies. I don't have a hubby, but I got a brother, and I worry about him sometimes. See, you guys won't believe it. When he coughs and sneezes, I kind of get irritated with him, but lately I'm going, well, I know he's still alive when he coughs and sneezes. His feet hurt him a lot, so I do most of the yard work. He came out yesterday. I got a little irritated with him. He comes out and has to supervise me, and I told him I was doing fine. He wanted me to pile those leaves in the truck a different way, and I was happy with my way. And I said, I'll listen to you when you chip in and do some work. He could help me without hurting himself with the piling those leaves in that pickup. But that's another story. At least when he sneezes, I know he's alive. Jacqueline says hello. Stephanie says, he's not so little, but that name is just stuck. He's 10 years old. Well, that's still little. He's still a little man. Now, when he gets to be 18, he probably won't want to be called the little man. Brothers are being brothers, Jacqueline says. Yeah, brothers are being brothers. He's a good guy. I get a little irritated at him sometimes, but I'm sure I'll tell you, he's pretty laid back. He puts up with all my stuff. I got to get that stuff out of the living room in there, but I've been working out in the yard, and I think that's why he's been so laid back with it, because he sees all I do out in the yard, so he's given me a pass on the house. When I was up, I got a little irritated him once. When I have to wash the same skillet 3 times, I get a little upset. I'm going, and then he had 2 skillets out, and I'm going, well, you could scramble those eggs in that same skillet you made your sausage in. Oh, yeah, I could do that. And I'm going, yeah, and then I wouldn't have to wash 2 skillets. But I've noticed lately that when we finish eating, if he finishes before me, he'll take his plate over and wash it all out and put it in the dishwasher. So I guess I've yelled at him enough there. Is that the pen I wanted to use for this? I want that other gel pen. Where is it? Yeah, he puts up with me. I appreciate that. This gel pen. This one doesn't. This is a Papermate Ink Joy pen. And these other gel pens, the ink tends to wipe off. But these gel pens, the ink doesn't. The ink is better to draw on these erasers. Now I'm doing Carve November of my day 7 checkers. So we're going to put this resting on this piece here. And then I'm just going to make a small square in there. And I want black to be black ink. And where those white lines are, I'm going to carve out on the side here. And I want that to be black and a big black line going this way. But I don't know if I can get the crown in here. So I might just have to, well, what could I put in it besides a crown? Something small. I may not get anything in there. Let's just black it in, because this top is going to be white. And I just want little white lines in the, like that. And whoops, this has got to come down this way. And that comes up. And then this in here. So I've got to carve these lines. I want them, these are the part of the checker here. And then this comes around like that. It looks more like a washer than a checker. Or a button, but they're checkers. Maybe when I get the little squares in there. Yeah, something like that. And then that'll be dark, white, dark, something like that. And then another dark one out over here. All right, we'll see how that looks. Hi, Sue Hennessy. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. Angie says, I'm not married, but I have my mom. I have a brother, but we don't get along. So all my younger brothers like that, Angie. So I try to stay away from him. I also have a sister, but she hasn't talked to us for over 6 years. Brothers are being brothers. Rhonda says, Angie, that's too bad regarding your sister. Jacqueline says star. Oh, a star in there? In the middle, a star? I could try to carve out a little star in there, just a little asterisk type star when I carve. We'll see if I can do that. All right, so I'm going to put this aside. And we're going to get out that piece of paper that I had here. And let's put my brushes back in here. Maybe, well, for right now, let's put them back inside. So I'll have them tomorrow when I want to work on Inktober. Because it's, what, 5:30? I don't know if I might have time. We'll see if I have time to start it. I was going to work on Inktober today. Let's see, I will try to get a little star in, maybe an asterisk type star. So I'm going to carve all of this away here first. I guess you guys can see pretty good. So let's just carve the, I say I bevel the edges. So I don't get a sharp edge when I stamp. So I'm trying to do Carve December or Carve November and Inktober. I want to carve the pieces that I'm creating for Inktober, the game pieces. Oh, my furnace, the furnace pipes are singing again this morning. I swear, it's just, they're like a choir out there. It's really weird. I'm going, where's that music coming from? It's the furnace, the air vents. All right, we're going to carve this out, scoop it out. That's pretty deep, Mary. I went deep. Carol says, Mary, how long are videos supposed to be for Fourth Art Saturday? I don't have a limit. So just do what you are comfortable with. If you're doing like 3 hours or something, you might want to put a portion of it into fast forward. But sometimes they go 30 minutes, sometimes they go 40 minutes, sometimes they only go between 5 and 10 minutes. It's up to you. Just do what you're comfortable with. My attitude is that the people watching it, if it's too long, they'll either bop through it or, go slide their timer bar. If it's too short, if it's too short, they'll probably watch it. People tend to, I think, be more receptive to the shorter ones, but it's awfully hard to do your concept in even 10 minutes and show what you want to show. So I don't really have a time limit, when I go live, and Carol, if you want to go live, when I go live for for Fourth Art Saturday, I go about 45 minutes. And of course, I have people in here that I'm talking to. I'm more comfortable doing live streams, but if you want to do a live stream, we can do that, because you know, I'll just schedule you right after me. And if you're up, and you're up now, so I go live at 4:30, and then all the videos go on the video hop are published at 5:30, but you could come on at 5:30 and those videos could still be published. And that goes for anybody in the hop. If I used to do a live stream hop, but we kind of we did about 2 years and we were getting tired. Hops eventually wear out. People, month after month after month, people get tired. And I had put up a poll in the group saying, do you guys want to keep going? Are you good? Or, because I wanted to get an idea of how many people were going to go in 2023. And, enough people responded that I decided to keep it. But, well, you let me know if you ever want to go live, Carol. I need to get the 2023 themes up. And if anybody wants to join the hop, message me on Facebook or email me. It's a video hop. Generally, our Fourth Art Saturday, every fourth Saturday of the month. So it's once a month hop. And you're not obligated to hop every month. It's a themed hop, but not everybody likes the theme or jives with the theme. So I say, well, you can do a wild card just so you're hopping, do your own thing. And so the theme is just there to give you an idea. And it's nice to see how different people interpret the themes. So if anybody wants to join, if you're out there listening and you'd like to join, and I don't require that I'm pretty easygoing. I don't require that you hop every month, but some people in there are in there and have never done a video. And so I think I mentioned that before, and I think some of them left, which is a good thing, because it's good for me not to have to bop them out, delete them. And I think when I started, I don't remember if I think it was my Fib Diggity group, not the Fourth Art Saturday. It was the Fib Diggity group that I started on Messenger, and I just started adding people, and that was a big mistake. But I learned, and I think some of those people, some of them are there because I added them, not because they joined. And then when I bopped over to Facebook with it, they kind of got carried along. But I don't think I did my Fourth Art Saturday that way. I think I actually issued invitations. So I might do a live stream hop sometime in 2023, just do a call for people and do a live stream hop. Those are fun to do. But we got wore out over them. Becky said, and I realized she was too young to cope with me and my dearly beloved grandmother. That's who Becky's talking about. Let's see. Sue said, Good morning to everybody. Angie says, Rhonda, she picked on her boy. Let's see, we're talking about Angie's sister. Hi, Sue. Becky said, it sounds like my mother. I was the one left behind while she went off. But I've decided I don't live in the past, so I don't dwell there. That's a good philosophy, Becky. That's something we could all do. We're not living in the past, so don't dwell in the past. That's something I could practice too. We live in the present, so that's where we should be. That's a good philosophy. Now, let's see, I want to get these looking like checkers as much as I can. Let's throw the scraps away here. This is fun, even if I don't get everything done. You know, I'm still having fun. All right, so now on this, let's see, let's try to carve a star in there. And I think I'm just going to make my star like a little asterisk. And let's see, just like a line there. And let's cross it here. And make a little line in there. And a little line out that way. Now, I want this black line here because that's going to define the edge of my checker. But on the top here, where that white is, I want to carve that out. If and I can. And let's get it off of this. Turn it easier. And it's hard to tell until I ink it how much I got out of there. And I want to do the same thing over here. And of course, when I start to do something really detailed like this, my eye starts itching. I don't know why. Maybe I have sleep in it yet. Oh! Who did that? Thank you, Carol. Let's get rid of the... I thought YouTube was going to get rid of them all, but they've been coming back. They've been leaving their symbols out. I'm going to have to get rid of .xyz, I guess, or .zzz, or... Thank you, Carol, for getting rid of the bot. I'm reporting him. They've been hitting me. They've been hitting me this week. Angie says she needs a haircut. All right. So I think I have the top of this one done now. I want to do some, first of all, I want a white line underneath of this checker here, because that'll help define the checker on the bottom. And then, let's see, I need this carved out on the side here. Looks like I took a nick out of it. And I need to do the top of this checker, but I need that black line there to define the top of the checker. And then I want to come along with little white lines. I'm going to darken that whole thing out with my pen because these aren't dark. And then I'm going to put little white stripes in there for the little ridges. And I might need to make this a little more defined in here. Like that. Maybe. All right. Seems like I need to come around like that. We'll see how that looks. Alrighty. Now I want to make some little white ridges in here for the checker. And I think I'll leave that dark, but let's go this way a little. I don't know if that looks like a checker or not, but it's going to be my checker. All right. So I want to do something similar over here. Let's put a little star. It's going to be a small one. And maybe long. Like that. And then we want to carve out. I think I can use this other one on this. This area. There. And we want that white line under it to help define it. Now, I want black in, I want to do the checkered area here. So I want to carve this out. And I probably should use my knife blade. Where's that? See if I can't make some nice little slits here. And then carve this out. Becky says, I'm still here, but I'm crocheting, so my hands are busy. Okay, Becky, thank you. Yeah, I think my Tunisian crochet, I'm just going to put the blocks on it. I want to identify them. And I was going through them the other day, and I think that I can identify most of them. But you know, some of those blocks, the stitches look very much alike, especially when if you crochet loose. So I might have to redo a couple blocks and say, okay, I'm doing this one now. Get my finger out of the way here. Get this out. I'm trying to get a nice square corner here. I'm using the knife blade. I don't use the knife blade much. But Deb Farrell got me to using it when I was doing those alphabets. Because I was going in like on the T and the M and I wasn't getting a nice. She said, use your knife blade, Meri. Let me. Did Janet leave? I don't know. So she takes Freddie for walks about this time when I come on. Because this is her early afternoon, I think. So she might have taken Freddie for a walk. Let's see how nice that came out there. See if I can do that here. And then I have to get under it and lift it out. It's not quite there. I don't quite have it. Now I can use my B blade on this. Get rid of this. There. All right, now I got that area in there, and I don't know if I can get that out with my knife blade. Because I need to get under it. Yeah, it's okay. That little area right there. It's not perfect. I think I'm going to take that line out because it's irregular. Let's just take this out. Yeah. It looks pretty choppy in there, but that won't print, so I'm just trying to clean it up a little. All right, so let's do this one on the end. There we go. And then this. I'm about ready to print it off and see what's what. And see if I got something that looks something like a checker. Oh no, I need to black this area out and put my little fine lines in. Let's start over here. I think I'll stop there. And I'd like to have, but I think I'll print it off first. All right. Let's see what I have. I'm going to print it off in my Society of Idea Collector journal. This is where I did the pawn. I might redo that pond. So let's see what's going on here. Let's ink it up. This was the first impression into the final. I did 4 impressions in a final, but I think I'll do it again and make it smaller. I don't like how tall that pun is. And his head is off. Whoops, you can't see. His head is off there too. Yeah. His head is off center. I got more head over here than over there. Now, let's go ahead and do the checker. See if it even looks like a checkers. Carol went to get tea. Rhonda said, Janet said she was learning a new stitch. She will be listening. Thank you, Rhonda. Riri says, hi, Riri. Good morning, Riri. Riri says, earthquakes, Becky? Yikes. We had a couple here in VA, but that was 10 years ago. Earthquakes. Arlene said they had an earthquake in Tennessee. Well, I'm sort of happy with it. What's that? I think that's just, where did that come from? Let me wipe off the, I'm using the back of these napkins for towels. Let me wipe this off a little. I think those 2 marks are, I don't see those on here. Oh, they would be over here. I think there was just something on the, yeah. I can't decide whether I like it or not. I'd like to have this line thinner. Thinner line, thin down line. And that's just a stamping issue. I'm okay with the squares. They're all right. I think I want to thin down the lines here a little. Let's see if I can do that without killing it. I think I'll use my knife blade. Come under it. I don't know if that's gonna work. Then down this line, make it a little more curvy. Lines are hard, let me tell you. Because if you're not careful, you whack them off. A thin line is not an easy thing to carve, in my opinion. Let's try it again. Should put that paper down. Oh, I need a thinner. That's way too thick yet in here. All right, let's try that and see what it looks like. I'm not sure I'm happy with them. They look like bottle caps. The checkers kind of look like bottle caps. I think those white lines need a little work, but I'm afraid to do too much to them. Well, that's better. Let's see what I can do to the white lines. Maybe if I put a ridge around it. Yeah, that's better. And maybe some more white lines in here. Whoops. It's hard to, you think you're doing it and you're not. All right, I like the ridge. Let's put the ridge on it. I like that. And actually, I think I'll do another ridge around here if I can. I like that. I can't get that on there. I could. I need to. This should be sitting on top of that, and I don't think I have that up high enough. So it is what it is. I think I'm happier with it. It's not easy carving a checker piece and getting it to look like a checker piece. Let's stamp it off one more time, and I think I'll call it quits. Are you ready for the weekend? Hi, Mitzi. Good morning, Mitzi. Becky said, our earthquakes aren't violent, just a low rumble with a little vibration. There's no violent shaking. Mitzi says, good morning, Mary, Becky, Riri, and Angie. Are you ready for the weekend? Riri says, there's been a couple like yours years before. The big one shook the house like a salt shaker. Scared the dickens out of us. Angie says, Mitzi, I'm ready. I'm ready to cheer and get sent to my munch room. Much room? Mitzi, Carol says. All right. Well, I think those lines on this could be closer together. I think that'd make it look more like a checker. I'm kind of happy with those lines. Let's do it one more time. Let's put some more white lines in here. The thing with these white lines is, unless you're really good, they kind of go their own way. Let's stamp it off one last time. Maybe right here. Wait. Let's take this down a little bit more. Right in there. All right, I'm going to call these checkers. Let me do a... It's just play anyway. It's just play. I might be better doing one checker piece. I might carve it on the back of this one checker piece and then stamp it different ways. We could do that. Oh, I'm pretty happy with that. All right. So let me document it. And clean off the shavings here. Those who are not at Keisha's cell, I will stay in trouble. So they keep me in a mushroom. Oh, they keep you in a mushroom? I thought they put you in a corner. I thought you had your own corner, Angie. The Angie corner. Where's that pen? All right, so these are checkers. And let's see, that was November 1st. This is November 2nd. Carve November. And I probably won't get another set down here unless I do those small ponds. Carve November. Let's switch over to my sketches and move my ink so I don't spill that. if I make my pawn smaller, I think I can do a better job of this pawn. And I'm going to carve him on the back of the one. And let's see, he comes down. He swoops down like that. My pen is getting, and then he has a, I think I'm liking a smaller pawn. That other one's tall and too tall. And this actually curves down here. And then it has a base like that. So let's draw that on the back of my pawn. See the difference? Hold it up a little more. So let's turn this over and draw that on here. See if I can do it better. Put the head up here. Bring a neck down. Give him a collar. This down here. And this won't be hard to carve because I'm going to carve all of this out. Bring this down like that. And this actually has a piece like that. And then it has a base. Okay. Yeah. Now, to carve this, I want this all black except for a little white shine on it. So that'll all be black in there. And it'll be black in here except for a little piece. It'll be black here. And I'm not sure I can get that white in there, but we're going to try. This will all be black. This will be black, but there's a little bit of shine going on the side here. I'm going to shine in there. This will all be black in here, which means I won't carve it. And I'm going to leave this white. So let's see if I can accomplish that. I think that's a much better looking pawn. And this should be pretty easy because I'm going to scoop all of this out up at the top. Pawns are not very tall. Oh, let's put that paper under here. Easier to throw away the scraps. Hi, Roy. Good morning, Roy. Roy says, good morning, Meri. Happy hump day, y'all. Happy hump day back at you, Roy. What's on your desk today? What's on everybody's desk? I want to know. What are you guys working on? Or it doesn't have to be art. Becky's trying to get her washer fixed. I think Janet's crocheting. She said she was learning a new stitch, Rhonda said. Stephanie is getting her little man off to school. I don't know if she's still here. Arlene was here, but she had to leave. A sweater. Becky's working on a sweater now. A Tunisian stitch sweater. I think you said it was a baby sweater. Is that right? I want to go get that yarn out of that trunk that I got at that garage sale. And I think there's enough there to do, I think I have enough to do that. What is it? Winter hot chocolate that crochet crowd just started yesterday. And I think I have enough yarn in my stash to do it. I don't know if I have enough of the background color. If I don't, I'm going to buy it next time I go to town, if I don't have it. All right, let's get the edges off here. I think that's a much better looking pond. And of course, on the other side is my tall pond. This pond grew tall. This one's more like a chess piece. They're short little characters. Alrighty. And let's see, let's get this one out and start detailing him. Dee Dee comes on at 7:30, 8:30 Eastern time. So I'm only going till 7:30. It's 6:30 now. My goodness, I got another hour. I might be able to draw my dice. I'm working on Inktober and Carve November. I probably will not get the dice carved, but I think I'll draw them if I get this carved out here. Roy says, oh, hi, Chris. Chris, you're the person from Mexico, right? You were on yesterday. Everybody, welcome Chris into our stream. I did a shout out of her channel yesterday. Becky, could you go out and, or Carol, one of you go, or Arlene, go out and get Chris's link and put it in the chat? Make sure that it's not a discontinued yarn. Okay. I think I have enough of, because he does the, I know I have enough to do the center blocks of the white, and then he shows the pattern. He did the pattern all up in the colors, but as he's doing the tutorial, he's just using his leftover yarns. And it's looking really nice. He's got a kind of a teal color, light teal color snowflake, but it's looking nice. And then he uses shades of blue so far. What did Roy say? Spending the day visiting the husband in the hospital. Roy, what should have been a fairly easy colon surgery turned out to be more serious, involving an appendix. Oh my goodness, Roy. Well, we hope that, is that all over with now? Or is he having his appendix taken out today? Carol says, we're sending healing hugs and prayers. Yes, Roy, we are. Oh, it's a baby sweater, but it may fit a doll. Angie said she's making yo-yos. Chris, welcome so much. Welcome into our chat. Glad to have you join us. Angie says, you should all come to the sale. Don't have to buy anything, and it doesn't cost anything to chat and have fun. And I will add to that, when Keisha has a giveaway, you can always give it a like. Just so you give her a like and a thumbs up. She doesn't require you to buy anything to join the giveaways. I think that's very generous of her. I know I'm having to watch my budget a little. I bought all those photos and buttons, so I'm going to have to cut down in November. Arlene dropped the link to Chris's channel. Thank you, Arlene. You can use whatever you have, yeah. Chris says it's 5:30 in Mexico time here. Oh, so you're an hour behind us. So it's 6:30 here. So you must be in Mountain Time? Mountain Time. I don't think, Chris, I think you're the first person from Mexico that I've ever had in my chat. I think a long time ago I had somebody from Brazil come in. But I think you're the first person from Mexico. So welcome, welcome. Carol says, Roy, I hope all goes well. Roy said, thank you all. We won't know for a week after pathology if the cancer was removed. Oh, dear, Roy. Well, sending good thoughts and prayers. Let's see. I think I want this to be a little, either a little fatter or a little skinnier. Where's my pen? I haven't carved this out. I think I'll make this one a little fatter. We want those to kind of match. There, I think that looks a little better. And that'll give me more room to do that story. Yeah, it's just one thing or after another. Kathy was at the ER yesterday with her husband, and we wonder how it's going for her. You get older, things start happening. With me, it's my cataracts now, and my teeth. I'm not giving up eating, and I hope that man, I was thinking how nice it is that we live in an age where doctors know how to do cataract surgery. You think 100 years ago, I doubt that they did cataract surgeries. 100 years ago. They were probably thinking about it, but let's see if I can't get this carved out here. And I was thinking how precious our eyes are, and how nice to have a doctor who, or doctors, a medical community who knows, and to them it's probably routine because he specializes in that. You know, it's not routine to me. My eyes, I can't imagine not having my eyesight. It's kind of scary in a way, though, too, because they take out your lens and they give you an artificial lens. I'm going, that's scary. But I'm certainly not the first person to have it done, so they know what they're doing. So I'm going to trust them. I'm going to trust him. This doctor has been in practice for 30 years, I think. So, and I read an article in the paper where his son is also a doctor, but he's not an eye doctor. He's general doctor, and he was practicing in another state. I think it was Michigan, but I'm not sure. But he's coming home. He's coming home. And they had a nice picture of him. I didn't cut it out, but he's going to practice in Nebraska now. Yeah, I need to carve this out a little more. Probably should get my knife out. Can't get in there with my blade. Stephanie says, Meri, I'm back. He's ready to go. He's just waiting on the school bus now. Aw. Those are the days I can remember watching for the school bus. We lived in grade school. We lived north of town. And we watched for that bus. Well, we lived north of town. Town is here. We lived here. And our house faced the east. And the bus would pick up a couple boys over here, come down the corner, the mile section, and pick up some kids there, and then come here. And from our window watching, we could see the bus going down to the corner, go, bus is coming. And of course, Meri was never ready. Where are my shoes? Where's my coat? Where's my... And then we had to, the bus, generally, we had a pretty long driveway, maybe about a half block, maybe a little more than a half, maybe a block. And, you know, we'd have to run down there, and I'd always be running down to the, don't leave me, I'm coming. And he'd wait for me. But I'm sure there were days when they were ready to go on. And then when I got in high school, when I was a senior, I had a car. I worked part-time, and I earned enough money to buy a school car. It was a little green Chevy, 57 Chevy with the slant back. And, but before that, before I owned a car, our house faced the east again, and it had a roof, a V roof. And my window was a big picture window out of my bedroom. And I was I was on the second floor, and I could look out that window and see the bus coming from the east. And that's how I would watch for the bus then. And I was a little bit more prepared then. I don't ever remember him having to wait for me when I was in high school. But it probably did. There were probably a couple days where that high school was only sophomore through senior year. The high school. Our freshman year, I was in another school, and it was a small school, and the state said you can't have that small of a school anymore. So my parents moved. Didn't want us to have a hour-long bus ride. Man, I thought I was going to, we moved, I went from a class of 5 to a class of 28, and that scared the dickens out of me. And then I went to the university, which is a 40,000 students at that time. I don't know what it is now. All right, let's see if I can get this round. And did I get that? I'm going to have to put new blades in here eventually. They're starting to get dull. I haven't changed the blades in these tools for ages, but I think they could be a little bit sharper. Let's see, this one goes around this way. Let's get that knife blade out here. Oops. I can't. Get this piece out here. There. Knit it. All righty. Yeah, I still don't have those quite the same height. area. If my head gets in the way, I apologize. Alrighty, now let me clean off my scraps again here. I have just a little bit of detailing to do, and then I think I can stamp it off. I'm only going to be on till 7:30. Dee Dee Willingham comes on at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 my time, so I want to be off. Looks like I don't have a round head here. Nah. Looks like I sliced part of the head off. What did I do? Right in there. Yeah, hard to get that. Oh, what did I do? Oh, let me check it out here. Yeah, I think I goofed it up there. Well, okay. I goofed it. Trying to get that little area out there. Let's bring this down too. Then. Not too bad. I don't like how square that head is there. Got the head. I goofed the head up again. I'm going to get this pawn if I have to carve him 5 times. Let's make this a little bit smaller since I whittled that down. Let's make the collar a little smaller. or the top piece. That'll make the head look bigger. Furnace is singing to me this morning. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, I think I'm messing the head up a little. Oh well. I liked it how it was. I should have left it alone. Can't get that piece out. He's being stubborn. In there. All right, I'm gonna call that. I need to carve this white area here. Around in there. It's not too bad. And then let's put a white line here. Make it look like a round piece there. Like that. And then put some shine on it here. And a line in here. Like that. All right, let's sync it up and see what I have. I had to make his head a little, his collar a little bit smaller because I chopped the head off a little. Get this loose piece out of there. Carving is fun, but boy, I'll tell you, if you slip and make a mistake in the wrong place, you might as well start over or live with it. All right, let's stamp him off. I think he's better than the other one just in the fact that he's shorter. You know, I kind of like my checkers after all. Oh, I think I can live with him. Let's stamp him off. Now, this is how my fingers get dirty, is I've got a dirty pad. Well, let's see if I can't clean him up a little. Where's my pen? We want to clean this area a little. Some of this is, that mark is not on there. We want to round this off a little. Here's my, we want to round this off a little. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to put new blades. I got new blades. I'm just too stubborn to put them in. All right. So, round. Let's see. This is first impression. And second, third, and fourth. And let's smooth the lines up there on his head. And I think this is just a stamping error, stamp issue. All right, so this is first impression. All right, let's see what I can do here. I want to smooth those lines off a little if I can. It's hard after you've carved to come back in and need to get this one. All right, let's take that. What did I do with it? It's still a little wiggly in here. All right, let's stamp it off and see what I got. I think he's better than the other one. Oh, I need to put a shine mark on his head, a little shine mark. Yeah, I'm getting a little shadow from my unclean little spots in there. Hard to get out. All right, let's put a shine mark on head. And this is just a stamp issue, like, see right there, it's white. That it doesn't show up there. So let's put a little shine mark on him. Where do I want it? I think I want it over here. There. Maybe a little deeper, a little longer. try it again. Oh, and of course, look, let's scoop all that off. I should know better. All right, let's stamp it one more time. And see what we have. Got a little dance mark in here. I might take that right in there. Well, I smeared it on there, but right here. The little, maybe I can get it off with my knife. It's hard to get a smooth circle. This area is not exactly what I want, but looks a little square to me. I'll smooth that off if I can. All right, I think I better leave him alone. Is there anything else I wanted to do here? I think this is all stamped. We'll stamp it one more time. Yeah, I'm not getting that. That's this area here. No, yeah. I'm not getting that stamped clean. Let's try it again. There. I'm much happier with him than that one. This one's okay, but he's too tall for a pond. So, let's document these. I'm going to put clean. And I like how smooth I got the head. I had to chop it down, but this is second. third. I usually have to do about 4 to get it. Stamp issue, stamping. 4th. And this is the final. This is a pawn. And this is the final. Redo. A pawn. 11, 2, 22. Alrighty. It's 7:06. Let me clean up my mess here. I won't be carving anymore. I'm pretty happy. Let me zoom out just a teeny bit so you can see my page. The next one I'm going to do is a dice. Thank you all for popping in. If I miss saying hello to you. Did I get it here? Yeah. So I've got pawn and checkers and a redo of pawn. Gonna have to get me a cigar box out. I think I got one from Pearl to put these in. So the dice. Let's see, do I have enough time to draw the dice? Let's put my carving tools over here. Put my inks away. Get all the shavings off of here. Whoops, there goes the brush. Let me pick it up. So, dice should not be hard to draw, but I think I'm going to do them on black because I could do them in white. Wait, let's see what I have here. I got them all backwards. Goes like this. All right. So I've got the pawn, the bishop, the knight. I haven't carved these yet. The rook, the queen, the king, a Monopoly lantern, and checkers. I'm liking the checkers now. But do I want to do dice in white? I could do white dice with black spots on there if I could get my white going. Let's see if I can get my white, find a white pen. My whites tend to dry up on me. I'm looking where I put them. I have this jot. I have a whiteout. But all these Sakura, I have all these Sakura ones. This is a calligraphy deco art. All these Sakura jelly prints, they tend to dry up on me. And even my Uniball dried up on me. It must be old. They get old on me. Let's try a piece of black paper here. And I'll use it for my scribble piece. All right, let's check my pens. See, this has got all that ink in it. This is Ranger. This is a Sakura Jelly Roll. Well, that one's working. All right, keep that out. This is just a super tip, I think. That's black. That's, it looks white. I don't know what that is. Whoops, I want that there. This is the Pentel Uniball. Not working. This is a calligraphy deco art. This really is not. This works. I guess you could call this ink. This is more, if they call it ink, it's a paint marker. I guess you could use it. This is a big whiteout pen. I kind of like those too once I get them going, but I think that's pretty empty. I think this is empty. Should just probably do what Barb Owen does and throw these things away. This is a Jot whiteout pen. You have to squeeze them pretty hard. I hate to throw the things like this away because I know it's got ink in it, but it looks like it's getting pretty low. Not working. So those aren't working. I think I'll save the Pentel, throw the Jot, and the, I think I used this one up. This is, I don't know what this is. It's got a white cap, but it's got a black tip. I might have used it for something else. I'm going to throw these away. This, I'm going to save these two, throw these away. I'm disgusted with them. So, to draw my dice, I have my paint pen and this Secure Jelly Roll. I could get some dice out of this. These I'm going to keep. I might be able to get them going again. I don't know. Let's look at chat. I've got 15 minutes. Hi, Lala. Good morning, Lala. It's good to see you. Hi, Tommy Joe. Hi, Janet Nash. Riri's here. Good morning, everybody. Hi, R. A-R-H. A-R-H says that's her initials. She says, hey, Meri, heat the tip with a lighter for a couple of seconds. I will try that. You mean on the white ones? On the Uniball. I will try that. Janet Nash, Tommy Joe, who did I miss? Arlene says, I found a new to me inspiration site. CreativeMarket.com. Let's check that out real quick so I have it in my browser. A new to Arlene inspiration site. I get it in my browser so that I can find it after chat and really look at it. Millions of fresh photos just came in. Are those public domain photos? All right, I'm going back to chat. I got it in my browser, so that's what I want. I'll go look at it later. Lala says, oh, thank you, Lala. Meri, those are beautiful. I like carving, Chris says. I don't do it often as inks are not available in different colors. Huh. Arlene says, my hair is long and some of the ones that fall out end up wrapped all around my wheelchair wheels. Oh my goodness. The mechanics have to cut it off. They really want me to cut it short. Do what you want, Arlene. Don't listen to the mechanics. All right. Did I miss anybody coming in? Janet is here. I think I got everybody. I want to quick draw some dice on here. So I have them already up in my browser. Except I got out of my browser. Let me go back to my dice. 500 dice. Come on. Unsplash. And I'm going to do, this is an unsplash. These are kind of like a lime green transparent. Whoops. Whoops. What did I do? Did I get out of it? Well, I could do that one too, but let's go back one. Hold on. I think I got out of it. Let's look for dice again. Dice. Come on. Continue with purchase. Nope, that isn't what I want. Oh, that's iStock stuff. Is this iStock? Well, I don't want iStock. I want here. These is what I was looking at right here. So I'm going to draw those real quick, hopefully on here. And then I'm not going to carve them this morning. I'm going to carve them. Now I am going to put them in landscape mode too. And let's do a quickie here, a quickie sketch so that I get a sense here. And it kind of got a rounded, they kind of got a rounded corner. And they come like this. And then they got 3 white dots. 1, 2, 3. I need to make those straight. This is my quickie sketch. So it kind of comes like that, and you don't see much of this. And then this comes down like that and goes like that. Kind of cube shaped with round corners. And then it has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this kind of goes up this way. And then the other one comes here, that round corner in there, like that. And like this, a round corner like that. And like that. This one has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one has 2. 1 and 2. And that round corner goes like that. And then you can barely see the 1 in here. So that's what I want to do. Something like that in here. So now I'm going to make these larger, but when I carve it on my eraser, I want them more this size. So we're going to start out here, put a rounded corner, go up this way, another rounded, sort of rounded corner, and a rounded corner this way, and there. Now let's put the dot in the center, and a dot here, and a dot here. And then we're going to come down. Because my dice are black instead of white. I was going to have white dice with black spots, but that's not going to happen. It's going to be exactly the opposite of what I was planning. I tend to do that to myself. Say I'm going to do one thing and end up doing the exact opposite. And it comes like that. And this one has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you don't see anything in there, although I could put a 1 or something in there. And then let's just put 1 in there. And then on this other one, it kind of goes this way. Yeah, kind of at a, if you count this as 0, that's kind of at a, maybe a 20 degree angle there, right in here. And let's go this way. And I could have made these bigger, but I guess I didn't. And a rounded corner there, a rounded corner here. And it kind of comes down this way like that. And you kind of see the 1 up here, 1 there, and you have 4 here. 1, 2, 3. And I guess you could say these are not, you know, they're simple sketches is what they are. They're simple drawings. You could do a lot more detail. All right. So, what do I want to do here? I found one thing out about drawing in white is sometimes it's hard to draw white over white. I'm not sure why, but I see that happening there. All right, I'm going to leave it like that. Kind of looks weird looking at it this way at a different angle. This way it makes sense. This way it looks a little angular, looks more like a rectangle here, doesn't it? Oh, let's make our lines here. See, this was drawn with that. Oh, I think this was drawn with one of those new Uniball pens. I'm going to have to get those out. Those ones I got at Walmart. All right, let's do a dice. I have to take R's advice, and I do have a lighter that I was using for my candle. I'll take R's advice and hold a tip up to a lighter and see if that'll get it flowing again. Dice. So this is hashtag Inktober. Yeah, I'm still working on Inktober 2022. And this would be day 8. And I'll sign it down here. No, I'll sign it in here. Because I want people to turn it this way to look at it. It makes sense this way. This way, this looks more like a rectangular block. They both look rectangular this way, which is interesting. And I'm doing this on 11/02/2022. All righty. So I'm going to keep these 2 white pins, hopefully the next time. So it is 7:25. Let me put this back together. think it goes like this. So I'm ready for day 9. I might just do one tomorrow. I get tired of doing the same thing. I've got a lot to go. I've got a lot to go here. I'm going to work on them this month. I'm going to get my Inktober done this year. Game pieces are not hard to do. And then I keep them in this little plaid. I don't know what happened to my gnome. I cut him out with a plaid hat. But I'm going to bind these in here after, because it's my orange plaid for October. So we worked on the sketches and the carvings this morning. Let me get this out, and that's all I did this morning was Inktober. And we'll use these as my thumbnail. I'll put the pawn up there. Okay, let me come out and look at chat. I got 3 minutes to say goodbye. Dee Dee Willingham's going to come on. Let me refresh my chat here. Okay. Am I at the... Yeah. Janet says, have a safe day, Tommy. Bye, Tommy. Tommy Joe says, well, I gotta be at work in a few minutes. Have a great day. They're saying bye. Janet says, Arlene, take care. Thank you for your company. Lala says, Meri, when you do the opposite, it's a happy accident sometimes. Aw. Arlene had to go. Chris said goodbye. Arlene dropped the link to Dee Dee's channel. So she's on in 2 minutes. So I'm going to tell you all to have a great day. We're going to be taking, I am so off here. We're going to be taking leaves to the junkyard today. I got to fill up the back of the pickup. And then we put a tarp over them. So go out, enjoy this beauty. Go watch Dee Dee. I might bop in on her after I have my breakfast. And go out, enjoy the beauty of this world. There's a lot out there to look at. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.